Bismillah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In the name of Allah, the Lord of the worlds, the Almighty, the one who bestows His blessings and mercies to all of us, and without stopping from day to day, hour to hour, even from second to second. Secondly, my peace and salutation always be given to our beloved Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, who has kept us from the darkness to the brightness, from the Jahiliyyah era to the Islamic era, namely Islamic religion of Islam. On this occasion, I would like to give a storytelling about Rasulullah's biography. But before that, let me introduce myself first. So, my name is Dewi Saraswati. People usually call me Dewi. And let's just begin. So, before we really begin into the story, I would like to give a few topics about Rasulullah's journey. We'll start when he is in his childhood, and then we'll just skip a few years to when Rasulullah is married to Khadijah, and to when he is appointed as a Rasul, and then when he immigrated to Medina, and the last but not least, when he died. So let's just start. Rasulullah was born on the 12th of Rabiul Awal on the year of elephant. You might be asking, why is it called the year of elephant? Well, this was due to the invasion of the General Abraha's elephant troops to conquer Mecca. But soon after, he was defeated by the birds of Ababil that was sent by Allah and carried the hot stone from hell. Rasulullah was also born in the Quraysh tribe, which is Bani Hashim, and, and had inherited the honorable lineage in Makkah. His father, Abdullah, died even before Rasulullah was born. So this means that Abdullah, his father, died when Rasulullah was still in his mother's womb, Aminah binti Wahab. Soon after that, his mother, Aminah, died when he was only 6 years old, and she was buried in Abwa. So upon his mother's death, Rasulullah became an orphan and was taken care of by his grandfather, Abdul Muttalib. And when his grandfather died, his uncle, Abu Talib, took care of him until he was a teenager and has helped his uncle a lot. Okay, so before Amina's death, Amina, his mother, gave her child to Halima to get raised in a good environment. Halima is his babysitter, by the way, and also his wet nurse. But one day, two men came up to Rasulullah when he was sheep herding with Halima's son. The two men cut open his chest and cleansed his heart, purifying it and giving it the light of faith inside. And you guys might be wondering, what kind of characteristic was Rasulullah? Well, Rasulullah was known for being a wise person, trustworthy, and an honest person. Therefore, he was given the title of Al-Amin, or known as the Reliable. Okay, we'll just move on to when he married to Khadijah. So, how did they both met? Well, Rasulullah and Khadijah met when they were still business partners. And when they were working together, Khadijah became interested to Rasulullah and wanted to marry him. So Khadijah asked her friend to tell him that Khadijah wants to get married. And at this time, Rasulullah was only 25 years old and Khadijah was 40 years old. Khadijah had a noble lineage among her people. She is known as a wise and an intelligent woman. She was also the first woman to be in Islam. And when marrying to Khadijah, Rasulullah never had another wife other than her. This shows that Rasulullah stayed loyal to her and loved her until the day she died. Next, we'll just move on to when he became appointed to a Rasul. So one day, Rasulullah was being alone uh, in the Hira cave when suddenly Jibril came down to him and told him to read. But Rasulullah said, "I cannot read." Jibril continued to say the same thing, "Read." But Rasulullah said the same thing as well, "I cannot read." And they finally, Jibril recited him the Quran verse of Al-Alaq 1 until 5. When this happened, Rasul was 40 years old. Upon that, after that, Rasulullah came back home scared and in cold sweat. He asked his wife Khadija to cover him with some blankets. Now we'll just move on to when he immigrated to Medina. So, seeing the unsafe condition in Mecca, Rasulullah was given an order from Allah to migrate to Medina. Actually, their first migration was to Habasha, and after that, they migrated, they migrated to Medina with a large number of Muslims with them. They migrated to Medina at 12 Rabiul Awal or 622 AD. Rasulullah also preached in Medina for 10 years in there. Okay, well, now let's just move on to the last topic for today, which is the death of Rasulullah. Before he died, Rasulullah did Hajj Wada in in Mecca for the first and last time. After he did Hajj Wada, he gave a sermon to the large sum of Muslims in there. But because his voice is not really that loud, so one of his companions, Rabi'ah bin Umayyah, he recited Rasulullah's sermon again with a much louder voice. After that, Rasulullah came back from Mecca to Medina really sick, and the cause of the death was he had a very intense pain in his body everywhere. He couldn't even move his body. Even if he moved his body, he'll just feel the intense pain all over. When he was nearing death, he gave testaments to a few numbers of Muslims, and with that, he died and was buried inside of Aisha's room in 12th of Rabiul Awal, the 11th of Hijriah. So maybe that's all from my storytelling. I'm sorry there's many mistakes in here. I do apologize if it's not really that clear or anything like that. But yeah, maybe that's all from me. Thank you so much for listening me start telling about Rasulullah's biography from when he was born to when he's dead. I'm sorry once again and thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.